Shipmates, welcome to the channel. Your shabby Captain Dubé here. I'm not on duty, so please excuse me for not being in uniform or clean shaven. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ensuring your notifications are turned on. I've also turned on comments below and will respond to them while screening out any scammers. I'm directing everyone to write their next year's eval or fitrep the day after the current one is due. Or write it now if you have less than 11 months before the next one is due. You're going to use it as a guidepost for planning your training and accomplishments. It will also be used as a reference for midterm counseling, ensuring you're on the right track. By the time your eval or fitrep is due, you'll have a highly refined report ready for your reporting senior to sign. You will also have a sense of empowerment in taking control of your career, which leads me to talk about what it takes to get promoted in the Navy Reserve. Regardless of your current rank, and even if promotion is the farthest thought from your mind, or possibly something you don't want for your career at this time, it's often that service members change their mind, and sometimes find they change their mind when it is too late in their career. When I use the word promotion in this video, for enlisted I'm referring to being selected by a board of senior and master chiefs to chief petty officer and above. For officers, it's being selected by a board of flag and senior officers to lieutenant commander and above. This video will focus on the importance of eval and fitrep writing. Performance evaluations, also known as evals for enlisted and fitreps for officers, convey your achievements to a promotion selection board. They have the most potential in your service record for determining whether you get promoted. When analyzing your service record, a selection board will review the past 5 years of performance evaluations, looking for a trend of 3 key words: sustained superior performance. They may also be looking for increased responsibility over time and completing career requirements which the community for your rate or designator expect of you. Now imagine, if you will, being a member of a selection board and having to study hundreds of evals so you and your fellow board members can make an informed decision on someone's career. It's often that board members aren't able to decide with confidence based solely on a poorly written Block 41 or Block 43 paragraph in an eval or fitrep. Even if a promotion candidate has poorly written evals or fitreps, they might get lucky by having worked with a board member in the past, giving that board member personal knowledge of the candidate's character and performance. Therefore, moving to other units to gain new experiences and new responsibilities so other leaders can see you perform is good for your career. You never know when one of those leaders could be on your selection board. Again, one eval or fitrep will not get you promoted. It will be 5 years worth of evals or fitreps, which highlight those 3 key words: sustained superior performance. Now let's dive into the techniques of writing a great eval or fitrep. In order to write great evals or fitreps, we need to understand the composition of a selection board, what it's looking for in terms of performance, and the results of their decisions. The Navy Personnel Command's website has all this information publicly available, so let's see what happened on the last chief board. We'll go to Career Management, Boards, Reserve Enlisted. On the left panel, we'll click CPO Selection Boards. In the FY23 CPO Selection Board, let's see who was on the LS Selection panel by clicking Membership. Panel number 1B was a combined panel for supply and CB rates, led by Supply TAR Commander Hengeler. Master Chief Elliott was a member, and Senior Chief Bynum, possibly from the active component, were part of that board as well. Having served on a chief board before, I bet this was a lively bunch with the Seabees. They get pretty rowdy during a record review. Even though board membership changes every year, you may have a better understanding of who is reading your eval. Let's jump to the precept and convening order. The precept is the board's rules of the road. It directs their conduct and also gives them an overview of what to look for in a promotion candidate. The convening order goes into specific characteristics they should look for in a selectee. If I could scream to the rafters about looking for career guidance, this is the only document you need. Stay away from sea lawyers or anyone else who thinks they are sure about how to guide your career towards promotion. This is the only document you need to read every year. Know where to find it and read it thoroughly. Read it often if you have to, and spread the word to all your friends that this document exists. Now, let's take a look at the board results. For the LS Chief quota, 65 chiefs could have been made. When we look at the actual stats, only 26 were selected for the 65 slots out of 73 eligible candidates. 60% of the quota was not filled. We don't have enough chiefs to do the job, so our current ones can't retire. By the way, even though you see minority statistics in this table, board selections are made on those who have lived up to the criteria of the precept and convening order, not by skin color or gender. And here is the message: you can actually see the names of the 26 who were selected for chief. As for officers, the process of finding the information is very similar. You can go straight to Reserve Officer on the left panel and click on 04 Staff. By the way, even though you see 03 Staff, there isn't a selection board for 03s. They're automatically promoted from 02. Next, select FY23 and you'll see familiar documents to what was in the Chief's board. Again, study the precept and especially the convening order. Read it twice. Also, you'll notice a promotion phasing plan which provides the timing of promotions. All chiefs get promoted on the same day, whereas officers are spread out over the months in a year. Let's get into writing block 41 or 43 of the eval or fitrep now. Like any job in life, you can't do it right unless you've got the right tools. And you won't do it well unless you've had practice. Writing evals and fitreps takes lots of practice, and that's why we all must start doing it early in our careers. The first thing you need is a document to write in. In NPC's website, go to Career Management, then Performance Evaluation, and scroll to the bottom of the screen. There you'll find a Word template which counts the number of lines you're typing. Download this file and save it in a spot you'll remember. It will become a living document for you to edit. When the due date comes for you to complete your eval, you'll copy-paste what you've refined here into eNavFit. What you write can't be more than 18 lines long. The next item to download or have a tab open on your browser is the most recent convening order. This will help you plan your career and what you'd like to achieve in the coming year. Another document to have available is Chief of Navy Reserve's Fighting Instructions. Reading this document gives you an idea of what you should be training towards. Everyone should understand their role in supporting these instructions and should write a little about it in their eval or fitrep. The next document to have handy is your last eval or fitrep to see what was written in the past. You want to outdo yourself each year. For references, I highly recommend the book Navy Writer for $9.95 on Amazon. Even though the Kindle version is $9.95, you don't need a Kindle to read it. You can download the free Kindle app to your phone or go to Kindle online to read. I refer to this book often. I also refer to its companion website, NavyWriter.com, or the NavyFitrep.com website for ideas. I'll use the Navy Style Guide to write Navy words correctly, and we'll have Buper's Instruction 1610.10 Foxtrot ready to go. Knowing this instruction will ensure you've created your eval or fitrep right. I realize all these tools can seem like a lot to learn, but you'll be writing and refining your eval or fitrep over a year. Don't try to bust it out when evals or fitreps are due. Now we're going to delve into the structure of block 41 or block 43 of the eval or fitrep. There are usually 4 components which make up the block. The first line being a bold statement about how your performance compares to your peers or how it compares to your rank. The second component is an introduction which gives an overview on performance or character. The third component are your bulleted achievements, which are written in an understandable way for a board member to envision your performance. Navy Writer has the best example of how to write an achievement. Here we see how it evolves and tells a story, and importantly, it relates the impact it had on the Navy. Finally, the last component is normally written by the reporting senior or CO. It gives the board insight on promotion by either directing them to vote now to promote the candidate or holding off a little bit until the candidate has more time in rank. Now it's time for you to write your own. I've given you the tools, and you have the ability to work alongside your shipmates and leadership to make your eval or fitrep as perfect as you possibly can. As I mentioned before, it takes practice, and lots of it. I'm willing to personally help anyone who comes to me, so don't be afraid to ask. Take control of your career and make the effort to have an incredible eval or fitrep. Who knows? You'll probably get promoted. Captain Dubé, out.